One of the most important things you can understand as a trader is risk. A professional trader worries about the risk of each trade, not necessarily the reward. And what I mean by that is new traders tend to focus solely on what could happen as far as gains are concerned, while professional traders tend to say, okay, well, what can this cost me? And that brings up the topic of trade size. The size of your trade can greatly influence whether or not you're going to be in the game for very long. So you can say something to the effect of 5% is what I'm comfortable risking. And if your stop loss is going to be 50% or 50 pips, then you need to do the math in order to make that 5% of your account. Now, the reality is most Forex traders actually risk 1 to 2% per trade, at least the ones who have any longevity. And this is because if you have a loss that's, say, 1.5%, that's not going to wipe you out. You can have a couple losses like that. On the other hand, if you really want to crank up the leverage, and this is a mistake that a lot of new traders will do, you could risk half of your account, for example. The problem with that, of course, is it works both ways. The leverage can really work against you. You lose 50% of your trading capital, and then you, just to get back to break even, would have to double what's left. You lose 50%, now you have to gain 100%. So you can see where that causes a lot of issues. Trade size is, without a doubt, the most important part of risk management because that's where it all starts. You need to find what's acceptable to you, and quite frankly, I know professional traders that will trade as little as 0.1% of their account per trade. If that gives you any idea of how all over the map this can be. Nonetheless, it's a very personal decision, but keep in mind that professional traders tend to trade smaller amounts, at least in percentage terms, of their account, and quite frankly, let compounding interest do the magic over time for them instead of trying to make a fortune in one quick trade.